at least from my experience before and based on the people that I know, it's so hard for them to actually open up to their partner. It's so hard for them to say that, oh, this is actually the kind of pleasure that I want. This is how I want to be touched. And this is the kind of penetration that I want. I don't want it hard. Or sometimes, yeah, I want it hard. I want it to be choke or whatever. So, but a lot of people are not very open to discussing it. So why why are you very open when it comes to this kind of topic?
Of course, I want to be satisfied. I want to be satisfied in a way that my partner would know how to satisfy me. Because once a partner doesn't know how to satisfy you, then you would realize, though, are we compatible? Are we really incompatible? It's like that. So that's the reason why others would find other guys that has the compatibility that they want without reaching out to their partner that I want this and that. So me, I want to be vocal with Roger so that he would exceed my expectation.
Did he exceed your expectation?
Most of the time, yes.
Well, that's good. And perfect. All right. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to Gladys on Love. Today's video, I am joined by a beautiful woman, also Filipina. It's very rare for me to meet people who are very open and even discussing about topic that a lot of people here in the Philippines shy away from. So I would love to introduce to you my dear friend here, Esme. Let us know who is Esme.
Yes. Hi, guys. So my name is Esme from Roger and Esme Vlogs. I am born in Cebu, but now I am currently in Negros, San Carlos City. And I'm already 31. I just turned 31 this October 14.
Amazing. Still looking beautiful and pretty. Mga gwapa siya yung taga Cebu. Anyway, anyway, Esme, thank you for joining me here. And you said you are also doing content creation. And what are the content that you're creating inside your channel?
So it is a variety of different topics. And of course, there are our team. There are also different things about our culture and the relationship of a foreigner and a Filipina. But in our side, since both of us are Filipino, we are just discussing about what is the perspective of Filipinos and Filipinas.
That's very interesting. That I think what actually sets you apart from other vloggers out there, because you are currently in a relationship with a Filipino, right? That's interesting. So that comes to my first question. Like, what do you think are the reason why a lot of Filipinas are leaning towards dating a foreigner?
So far, in my opinion, most of them are leaning or dating a foreigner is because the past relationship was not successful, and maybe there are things that they never see in a Filipino that a foreigner has. That's why they're choosing a foreigner right now. And practically, most of Filipinas are looking for a guy that has stability. And Filipinos do have jobs, but it's not enough.
Yes. Exactly. And I've noticed as well, like this country, Philippines, it's very matriarchal. Like if you look for a job, there's a lot of opportunity for women, for factory worker, for cashiers, it's mostly women. If you're a guy here in the Philippines, you need to be professional. You need to be well educated to get that, high paying job. So I guess that's one of the factor too, right?
Yes, absolutely. I can say that there are a lot of opportunities for women here in the Philippines just because there are a need of like jobs that women can do better compared to men. Because most men would need to be professional in order for them to have a high paying job. But there are also work that a man can do, but women can, like construction.
Mhm.
Yes. But so far, if you want to have a cashier, most of the company wants a woman because it's attractive. Yes.
Definitely. They want to have more customer. It's always the woman that's the frontliner. And speaking of, let's say, construction worker, other country, they are well paid, but here it's so low for a person to be in a construction work. Now, for my second question, are you satisfied with your Filipino man?
Of course. Of course, 100%. So I'm satisfied aside from emotionally, physically. I'm satisfied because he is the type of guy that I would say it's very caring. He knows how to deal with things in the house. Yes, because aside from being a mom, before I was a working mom, like I have two jobs in one day. Yeah. So because he understands my situation, he just does what he needs to do in the inside the house. That's why I love about Roger. And the good thing about him is you don't really need to tell him what to do. He would just do it for you.
Very proactive.
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing. It's so nice that you and Roger are really getting along and helping each other out when it comes to taking care of the family, taking care of each other, and taking care of the finances. So that's amazing.
Yes. But if you're talking about satisfaction and inside the bed, yes.
Wow.
That that is also different right now. Before we were active. Yes.
Mm.
Yes, we were active. But now that we have Haley, we have our daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just do it once a week.
Mm.
If I'm lucky, twice a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I would initiate most of the time, since
Mm.
Roger is the type of guy that he doesn't really like to initiate. Yes. He would just initiate if I really want it. So
Mm.
he really respects me. He
Mm.
really respect me as a woman.
That's amazing. And that's very rare for a woman to actually initiate. Most of the Filipinas, they're like, conservative, shy. And even for me, sometimes I still feel that I want, even though I already feel like it, I will just do the move, but I won't be able to verbalize. There's still part of me that feel shy, but I'm glad that my partner already knows my nonverbal communication of, hey, I'm ready.
Me, I definitely talk it to
Mm.
Roger. I'm a vocal person, so I always say, "Hey, it's been a while. Do you have time this night?"
That's great. That's very good. And that leads me to my other question, which is how open are you and Roger when it comes to talking about sexuality and sexual desire?
So me and Roger, we're definitely open. I am open, but for Roger, he's the type of guy that is embarrassed of those types of topics. If you can see him in videos, if we talk about those types of topics, he feels so embarrassed. He feels like he feels awkward most of the time. So for me, I'm open with that because it's general. Like all people that has a partner would do that. So if our audience is not kids, why are we like, why would you not talk about that? Like everybody is experiencing that if they have a partner. So it's just
Exactly.
normal.
What
Go ahead.
it's so nice that for you and Roger, it's a normal thing to talk about, to discuss. However, as I've at least from my experience before and based on the people that I know, it's so hard for them to actually open up to their partner. It's so hard for them to say that, oh, this is actually the kind of pleasure that I want. This is how I want to be touched, and this is the kind of penetration that I want. I don't want it hard, or sometimes, yeah, I want it hard. I want it to be choke or whatever. So, but a lot of people are not very open to discussing it. So, why why are you very open when it comes to this kind of topic?
Of course, I want to be satisfied. I want to be satisfied in a way that my partner would know how to satisfy me. Because once a partner doesn't know how to satisfy you, then you would realize, though, are we compatible? Are we
Mhm.
really incompatible? It's like that. So that's the reason why others would find other guys that has the compatibility that they want without reaching out to their partner that I want this and that. So me, I want to be vocal with Roger so that he would exceed my expectation.
Did he exceed your expectation?
Most of the time, yes.
Well, that's good. And I love your answer when you said, like, I will tell Roger so that he will exceed my expectation instead of going to find another person to satisfy my need. And I think that's most of the reason why there's a lot of infidelity and cheating, because one of one person in the relationship are not satisfied, but they're so afraid and scared to have the conversation. So they're just going away from the relationship and finding it elsewhere. When in fact, you can communicate, just like Esme is doing, communicating it to Roger. That's that's great. Now, if you can differentiate love versus desire, what's your thoughts on those two words?
When it comes to love, like a small movement of your partner, it really pleasures you a lot. That's love. Like, even though he's not doing so much, he's not
Mhm.
performing so much, but because you love him, it's like, oh my God, this is it. It's like that. So for pleasure or desires, you have this specific thing that you need to do in order to be satisfied.
Mm.
So if you desire to be spanked, choke, or even tied up, yeah. So you need to communicate with your partner in a way that, oh, this is my way of making love so that you can satisfy my thirst. Or like that.
I love that. So who's more kinky in bed? Is it you or Roger? I feel like I know the answer, but I still want to. I don't want to assume.
um, yes, I would say I'm kinky. Yeah. Because for Roger, he is the type of guy that is a gentleman in bed. He doesn't want you to be uncomfortable with the
Mhm.
his performance. But there are times that he has this kinks that he likes me to be in a pain. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he likes that. It's like boosting his way of, oh, this is nice. Like that. He likes to see me in pain sometimes. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's actually good. And it's nice when especially if you're already together for a long time, it needs to have some sort of excitement. And you can only create excitement and novelty if you try to do something new. Do you think that you guys have been exploring different type of sexual play together, or you're just going into the routine of doing the same, having sex in the same bed, in the same position?
uh, I'm the type of woman that likes to be much more adventurous when it comes to position. And the more that I look at it, like if Roger is already in pleasure and he feels excited in these types of act or position, I would like to perform it for him
Mm,
because it's better to satisfy your partner too, aside from you, because
mm.
it goes both ways most of the time. Yeah,
That's
but exploring, like really exploring, like doing something or penetrating at the back or
mm.
in another hole or something like that. So
Wow.
I am curious with those types of ex like experiments, but I cannot do the exit hole because I think it's painful. For me, it's really painful. And I know there are lubricants for that, but yeah, I'm not curious to really feel that pain yet. But who knows? If someone convinced me, if Roger would convince me, why not?
Yeah, that's actually it's something that I want to learn. Well, it's not new to me. I've definitely experienced that, but a different way. I want to approach more the sexual side in a more sensual way, like giving some massage or some prostate massage, those kind of thing. And I think it's important as well for you not to feel pain, even with the normal, the regular sex. There are girls who get pain as well, and most of the time because they're nervous, they're contracting. So I think it's the same with the other hole. Like you get like because it's painful, so your automatic response, your body would like contract. And but if you relax, and you need to be also aroused already before you get, it takes time. So you'll
Yeah.
get there.
I hope so, but yeah, so far I don't want to.
Na-
But exploring other things like going to the kitchen, doing
mm,
that, or any venue we could do. And there are adventurous things that we do sometimes that would encourage us or boost our intimacy.
that's good. Do
Yeah,
you think it's really important for couple to do this kind of thing, to be more exploring and trying something new?
of course. Yes. Because if you don't try something new, it's like you're just daily routine. You're doing
Mhm.
this, that, and nothing else. You get used to it. And it's quite boring if you get used to it. So that's the
Exactly.
reason why I always try to ask Roger, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this? And do you want to try this? Like
Mm.
that. So I'm verbally talking to him, commuting or communication would always be a special thing in a relationship in order for you to know what his desires are. So if you don't do that, how would you know?
Exactly. That's good. And one thing I also noticed, you're paying attention to Roger. And I think that's crucial, because a lot of people, they're absent-mindedly fucking, they're like they're doing it, but their mind is elsewhere, and they don't even know, like, oh, my partner actually likes this position, or my partner actually likes if I stroke him this way, or if I do this, if I do it this way. But if you really tune in, then you can notice, and it feels like you're that kind of person. You really pay attention.
Yes, because there are things that guys sometimes would feel that if their partner is not doing anything, something special for them, they lose interest.
Mm,
So I don't want that. It's been like 8 years we've been together in one house. So I know what is his characteristic, his personality. So it's better for me to really pay attention of what he really likes.
mm,
Yes, it's the same way too. He really pays attention what I like.
that's
So
good.
it's give
That
and take.
that's perfect. And what are the things that what do you think turns on a guy?
In my case, like for example, when a guy would really like you in just simple things that you do, like if you put something new or a perfume or you put some new lingeries for him. So for me, Roger, on the other hand, he likes me if I'm cooking. It turns
Mm,
him on if I'm cooking.
wow, that's nice. Maybe his love language is service. If he sees you like, oh, you're cooking, you're serving for the family. That's interesting.
Which
Hmm.
is rare because he does that for me. He does the cooking actually. He's my private chef.
Wow. Lucky sana all.
If you're dating a province guy, I guess that's the
Hmm.
perks about dating a province guy.
That's great. Also, it's Roger who's from San Carlos, right?
Yes. And
Mm, I
me,
see.
I'm a city girl. So
I see. How did you two meet, by the way?
we meet in a call center.
Mm,
So I'm a year ahead of Roger. I'm older than him by a
mm.
year. So we worked there. Before, I thought Roger was gay because most of gay people look like him in the call center industry. Yeah. Buff,
Mm.
lean, very clean face. So yeah, I thought that Roger was gay. So I yeah, he waited for me for 2 years just
Wow,
to court me. Yeah.
that's amazing. Oh, do you think it's different, the courting style of Filipino and foreigner? Like, I don't think the 2 years of courting still exists.
In my case, yes. I am the type of person that I want a guy that would really show that he likes me. He
Mm,
loves me. I want him to really show that, oh, I want to pursue you like
mm,
that. And I grew up with a strict parent. So that's the
mm,
reason why I really want a guy that shows that he's genuine with his
mm,
feelings. So I dated only three, and Roger is the third. Yeah. And all
wow.
of them are serious.
Mm,
They went to our house, they do the traditional way of pursuing me. So
mm.
yeah, palang virgin lang, ano lang.
Wow, that's good. And why do you think Roger becomes the chosen one?
Because he did act in what I really like about a guy, that he would be a hero in my eyes, the most opposite thing that my father would do.
Mm,
Like my father really put in my mind that you need to be practical, you need to choose a guy that has money.
mm,
Then Roger is the exact opposite of my father's characteristic. He's the type
mhm,
of guy that is simple, hardworking, and he would always try to make sure that you're okay with this, you're okay with that, and ask you, are you doing well? Even up until now, he's like that. He would ask me, are you okay? Are you doing well? Are you okay, both of you and Haley? So he's very caring.
wow, that's
That's why it's different. And we have those types of situation too, that he was the one giving money for my parents.
mm,
Yeah. And my parents also take that for granted. Yeah.
mm,
So we have the same feeling if you have a foreigner husband and your parents would take for granted and use that opportunity. Yes.
mm.
Roger experienced that.
Wow, that's pretty interesting to know that it's not actually just the foreigner guys experiencing having to provide and support, extend the support to the family, but even Filipino guys as well, like Roger. Hmm.
Yes.
Are you
He
still guys doing that? Still supporting the family?
Yes, because
Mm,
he has this behavior that, oh, you need to give something for your mom and dad, your parents. And sometimes I decline it because I just don't want him to do it every month because
mhm,
we have a family already. He said that, oh, you need to really take care of your parents because they're not getting younger, they're getting older. So he
mhm,
would always understand, even though that he experienced those bad behavior with my
mm,
parents, yes, he would always understand them.
mm. That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
you're lucky as me to find a very nice Filipino man, and I'm happy for you. And I can tell Roger is also very lucky to have a very open-minded and beautiful Filipino partner.
I think he's not lucky, but yeah. I'm lucky with him because I really hit the jackpot when it comes to attitude, personality wise. Yes, he's the type
Mm.
of guy that, oh, this is the guy that I want to marry. Yeah. But for me, yeah, I guess he's lucky a little bit. Yeah. But for me, yeah, I hit the
Mm,
bingo.
perfect. Like, what do you do in return? Like, to also show your appreciation for Roger?
And showing appreciation is I would always try to do everything inside the house, take care of Haley, and I do massages as well. Yeah, I'm good with that. That's one of my talent. Yeah. But cooking, yeah, if it's a special day, I would cook. I would initiate that. And I'll try my best to really study for it and make it
Mhm.
special for him. Yeah. But that's not one like once a day, no. It's just special occasions.
Special. No wonder that turns him on. It's very, it's novelty for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, for our last question, this is something I'm curious about. What do you think are the most, the biggest foundation for a strong and healthy relationship?
For me, when it comes to foundation, is you really need to know the person first. You really need to know what is his background, and compatibility is a must. Communication is a must, because if you don't communicate with your partner, believe me, after like 2 months, 3 months, you would find another one, because there's
Mm,
lack of communication. There are opposite people like me and Roger. Roger is an ambivert. I'm an
mm,
extrovert. There are times that he doesn't really want to talk. So you need to adjust.
mm,
Yeah, you need to put adjustment. If your partner doesn't want this, what doesn't want that, you need to really change that for the best of your relationship.
Just to clarify though, is there a tendency, do you have to change for your partner?
For
Or,
me, yes, you need to change, because I'm an extrovert. I want to talk a lot. Roger doesn't want to talk a lot.
mm,
There are times that he doesn't really want to talk. So you need to put your boundaries there. Like
mm,
he doesn't want to talk, don't push it.
I
Yeah.
see. So there is a compromise, there's like respect for both of you.
Yeah. Up until now, hi. Up until now, I respect him. I
Mhm,
always try to put boundaries where to push my
mhm,
behavior.
mhm,
Yeah. And I try to adjust that, because I'm very vocal in a way that Roger sometimes he is irritated with my way of being vocal.
mm,
For him, he tries to adjust sometimes with my behavior, especially if I feel like I want to talk to him. He doesn't want to talk, but he tries to. He would
mm,
adjust that character of him. Yeah. So we respect each other. That's a good
mm.
thing about it.
That's good. I love the foundation that is present in your relationship, like the communication and also compromising. And I think it's also important that you are aware of the other person's personality, what are their likes and dislike. That way you can compromise and adjust with each other. And I feel like a lot of relationship, they tend to don't really pay close attention to that. And sometimes the other partner would just want you to completely change and just mirror. If I'm quiet, if you're not quiet, then you have to be quiet. You need to change who you are in order to.
He cannot change me. Try it. You cannot change me. So Roger would just put boundaries when it comes to that. He doesn't change me. I have the freedom.
Hmm.
So if I want to dress sexy, he would be the one doing my hairstyle.
Wow, amazing. You have a chef, you have a hairstylist.
It's true. So he's the type of guy. That's why I thought he was gay, because he has that feminine side to him. Yeah.
Mhm,
So I am really happy, because it's like I have a brother and a sister together merge.
mm.
I have a friend and I have a best friend that I can talk to. It's like that.
Great. Well, this is very inspiring. It's so nice to meet a healthy, loving couple like you and Roger. And I hope that all of our viewers were able to get a nugget or two from this conversation. Thank you so much, Esme. And for everyone, feel free to subscribe and support Esme, Roger and Esme vlog. I'll link the description below as well so that you can watch and follow their journey and a lot of their insightful content. Is there anything else, Esme, that you want to share before we say goodbye to our audience?
And guys, if you are also interested to know more about Gladys, please feel free to go right ahead and subscribe to her channel. Yes. Thank you so much, Glad,
Thank you so
for
much.
interviewing me. This is the first time that someone really took the guts to interview me. Yes. I was looking forward that someone would really interview me. Yeah. But thank you so much.
Yes, it's so I'm very excited when I had a conversation with you. I was like, oh, this person is interesting. I want to talk more and get to know her more. So thank you for giving me this chance to also take you away from Roger and your daughter and have this conversation. Appreciate it.
Having communication with others is a different breed of fresh air sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much, Glad.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, see you again.
See you.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. See you.